A triumphant 1988 season for Lancia as it runs away with the World Rally title with 10 wins out of 11 events. The season started in late January with the Monte Carlo, the world's best-known rally event. The biggest danger came from the Japanese Mazda, which had its eye on a prestige win. Alessandro Fiorio in a Jolly Club Delta HF was the surprise runner-up. After a fierce battle with teammate Yves Loubet, the French driver Bruno Sabi took first place for the official Lancia entry, shod with its Michelin tires for the first time ever. The big money was on Mazda for a repeat of last year's Swedish rally win. Ford and Audi were very fast, but Marco Allen was in tremendous form in the spring-like weather on terrain with little snow, conditions that enabled him to show just what his Lancia could do. In the end, the Finn made the race his own, so allowing the Delta HF 4WD to end its official Lancia career in fine style. The Portuguese rally provided Italian rallying with its finest hour. Alessandro Fiorio went to the top of the drivers' listings, while Mickey Biasion, this time teamed with Carlo Casina, had his first win of the season and got the new Lancia Delta HF Integrale off to a really triumphant start. No Italian car, no Italian driver had ever won the Safari Rally. In the end, having spent months on reconnaissance in Kenya, the Japanese Nissan, Toyota and Subaru, the German Volkswagen and Opel had to bow to the superiority of the Lancia Delta HF Integrale, driven so intelligently by Mickey Biasion and Tiziano Siviera. Napoleon's birthplace saw the debut of the Toyota Celica, a 4x4 that soon achieved some impressive times. The twisty little asphalt roads of Corsica provided Lancia's Waterloo, and its only loss of the season, as Didier Auriol's powerful Ford Sierra Cosworth swept to the front. On Greece's grueling dirt roads, the new Toyota was obviously the car to beat. Heat is a turbocharger's greatest enemy, and that's what did for Kankunen's Japanese car that finally lost a thrilling duel with Biasion, who at long last got his first Acropolis win. In the Lancia racing team, the excitement was uncontrollable as the Delta HFs swept the board with first 4 places for the first time in 5 years. Full steam ahead for Lancia's triumphant advance in the US too, as Biasion and Fiorio had little trouble fending off the competition to win the race. This was the boy from Bassano's 4th win of the season, and was sufficient to make Lancia the outright championship winner, with 4 events still to come. In South America, the winner wasn't Biasion, but local boy Recalde. Recalde's win came after a fierce duel that thrilled the Argentinian crowd filling the Cordoba Stadium to cheer the victory of their local hero. To a Finn, the 1,000 Lakes probably means more than the championship title itself. As Kankunen and Allen battled it out second by second, first one, then the other came to the front. Finally, the Toyota engine gave way under the strain, and as the Lancia was first across the Jyväskylä finishing line, Marco Allen became the flying Finn of 1988. The early stages of the San Remo were dominated by the Ford Sierra Cosworth and Kankunen's Toyota Celica. The Lancias then surged ahead to take the first 4 places for the second time in the season. A magic moment for Mickey Biasion. his 5th rally win of the season and the World Championship title, the first ever Italian to earn that distinction. The British Lombard RAC Rally turned out to be the most exciting race of the year. The combination of the traditional secret route and snow made for constant upheavals in position. Salonen, Kankunen, Mikola and Allen took turns in first place after a series of spins, plunges off the road and mechanical problems. Thanks to a little bit of luck, Marco Allen eventually won through to take his first Lombard RAC title after years of trying. With their 10th win, Lancia beat its own record for wins in a single year, and no other make had ever done so well. This is how Dr. Cesare Fiorio, the man in charge of Alfa Lancia Racing, sums up an exhilarating season. Today, the Lancia Delta is the world's top car in performance as in reliability. Winning looks easy, but every win is the fruit of conscientious technological work by world-beating designers and technicians, capable, enthusiastic drivers and mechanics. Rallying is route reconnaissance, engine tuning, tire testing. It's a long, meticulous job that takes days before the race and is almost unknown to the public as the two drivers and their car go about a solitary task which is essential for good performance. Special stages are rehearsed. Notes are corrected as the drivers try to memorize the road while collecting tips that will help the technicians to tune the car to perfection. From the roads of the Monte Carlo Rally to the tracks of the Safari. The African Rally is something else. Anything can break down there. Parts that have passed test after test with flying colors on European dirt tracks fall by the wayside after just a few hours racing in Kenya. Lengthy testing and innumerable tiny changes will enable Lancia to finish the race without any serious mechanical problems, giving it the one victory that had always escaped its grasp. Rallying is a relaxing moment before the start. The boring hours of reconnaissance, the weeks passed in the mountains miles from anywhere, are forgotten as human batteries are recharged by a glance through the papers or a chat with your friends. It's the calm before the storm. Rallying is waiting for the start. Worries, fears, hopes, all chase through the minds of rally circuit drivers. A new test for men and machines. The great adventure begins. Rallying is special stages. Rallying's moment of truth. The start of the supreme duel, you against the clock, and the stopwatch decides the issue. Rallying is speed. The technology of road stability, suspension, four-wheel drive and tires has reached such heights that even on dirt, cars can achieve extra high speeds with a wide safety margin. Here we're watching the champions go through their paces from a helicopter. Rallying is the end of a special stage. Suddenly the heat is off and you take off your helmet, glance at the clock, and it's time for another special stage. Rallying is fast servicing. There are only 2 or 3 minutes between one special stage and the next. Some teams don't even make pit stops. That's not Lancia's way. These men can change 4 tires in a few seconds, in Formula 1 time. And it gives the driver a little extra edge. Rallying is racing in tough conditions. Sensitivity, coolness, decisiveness become finely honed. Searching eyes peer through the fog and the dust. Every sense is on the alert for danger. Rallying is the super special stage, an event born for live TV broadcasting. The mix of dirt, asphalt, jumps and water hazards has attracted thousands of fans by its offer of guaranteed spectacle. If rallying is the sport of the wide open spaces, it also gives of its best in the stadium, on the motocross course, on the racing circuit. Rallying is dusk. As darkness falls, the pit squad technicians prepare the cars for their overnight ride. As tiredness etches the driver's faces, driving becomes more dangerous and more careful.
How many make it? We don't know.
Rallying is night. Only the throb of their engine accompanies the two drivers across the sleeping plains. Even now, when most rally driving takes place in daylight, the slash of headlights through darkness retains its appeal. Rallying is Turini, or rather, Turini is rally. 1,000 camera flashes mount a machine gun attack on two of the best-known bends in the world. Snow, ice, cold, night, the long walk from where you've parked your car as much as 10 kilometers away do not deter the fans who turn up in their thousands to enjoy the spectacle of an ice ballet in the high temple of world rallying. Rallying is dawn. Campfires, bivouacs, sleeping bags help to keep the night cold at bay. The scene shows a special stage at daybreak. A distant rumble and sleep vanishes from all eyes. At last, the moment they've been longing for. Rallying is servicing. The Lancia technicians and mechanics are the cornerstones of the HF racing team. Fired by tradition as well as enthusiasm, these men are ready to take on long, tough journeys from freezing Sweden to the dry heat of the savannah. Envied by other teams for their efficiency, these men can work amazingly fast.
Possiamo andarlo via? Sì.
Rallying is mountains. 80% of special stages are run in the mountains. It's partly because the roads are less busy, partly because the courses are technically more demanding. Rallying is fatigue, physical and mental. It's nervous tension that can only find release in the few minutes it takes for a quick check on the car. snack, a glass of water with your salt pills, a plate of spaghetti that is all the more welcome the further you are from home, and you're off again for your next timed stage. Rallying is also straight roads. You let the engine off its leash. Here, even more than on bends, good stability and reliable tires are vital. Rallying is the fans. They flock in by all kinds of transport to taste the thrill of a controlled spin. Alone or with friends, often from miles away. However isolated the spot, the fans are always there, happy to be near their idols, to exchange a word or ask for an autograph. Rallying is the champion. He's the best all-round driver. He's fast and also knows how to manage the race. He respects his car and is popular with the crowd. He's Mickey Biasion, Italy's first World Rally champion. Rallying is traveling. Between one special stage and the next, the rally cavalcade travels miles. In villages where road speeds have to be moderated, people rush out for a glimpse of today's motor racing heroes in the new Mille Miglia. This is the true celebration of rally. Rallying is the driver. Lancia only entrusts its cars to the very best drivers. Specialists like Sabine, Ericsson, Loubet, Ricalde, Preston. Established stars like Allen and Biasion. Promising newcomers like Florio. And it's hugely satisfying to see Lancia's choice confirmed by the last three names lying first, second and third in the championship race. Rallying is a driving style. Let's spend a mile or two in the Delta HFs of Alessandro Fiorio and Mickey Biasion. Rallying is winning. 1988 brought Lancia's World Championship wins to 7. 1972, under the old international name, with the Fulvia HF. 1974, 75, 76 with the Stratos. 1983 with the Rally 037. 1987 with the Delta HF 4WD, and finally 1988 with the Delta HF 4WD and the HF Integrale. A lot of different cars with a single common denominator. The letters HF, standing for high fidelity. The Lancia watchword in the engine business.